Hey everybody, welcome to the Monday Night Live webcast of Forge Narrative. My name is Paul Murphy. I'm joined tonight by Justin Troop.
These bad boys.
Largest arms of 40K. It is going to be just him and I tonight. Weather, God, it has been, we might as well just start building an arc.
Yeah, no joke, man.
You can probably hear the rain coming Justin's place. But it has been raining here in Georgia, I don't know, like 13 days. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's not stopping.
It's getting ridiculous, man. Like, I'm calling my cousin Noah right now.
Yeah.
Let's do
Man,
this.
I stayed at home today. I'm not feeling well. A big shock. It's like this whole month I haven't been feeling well. But today, but real quick before we start getting into Warzone, I binged watched all of Heroes Reborn, the ones that have been out so far today.
Okay.
And I could see that if I was watching them episode by episode, I probably wouldn't like it as much because like some of the storylines, you're like, okay, I get it, I got it, move on. But they draw it out over several episodes. But watching them back to back, as you know, we are apt to do right now in our culture of binge watching, it was good.
Yeah, I'm definitely waiting. Once the season's over, like any episode that ends with like a cliffhanger or anything, like it drives me insane. And I can't focus for a whole week, like until something comes back.
Oh yeah, I've been watching Walking Dead. No spoilers, but it's been.
Oh man, yeah. Like that was terrible. Like that's the only show right now. And when Game of Thrones comes on, those are the only two shows that I do watch like weekly. But all week I'm on every site, like on my phone. I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen next? What did I miss?
Sal, Dean, good to see you. Arcana Chaos, Bill, Lamont, Steve Booley. Kevin and Kent, you guys checking in the chat. Thank you all very much. We'll get some more as they come in. I appreciate y'all being here. We are on the eve of Warzone Atlanta. By the time some of y'all watch this, you might even be on the way to Warzone Atlanta. I hope not. Don't watch in the car. You can listen to the car, whatever.
Yeah, I do it, sometimes.
But we're here, and there's some things I want to talk about. I want to at least mention, I want to give some shout outs to some of the sponsors that we have and some of the demo games that are going to be getting run over the course of this weekend.
Yeah, it's only an hour. All right. Like we're going to have to power through that. It's a laundry list, guys.
It's a bunch, and it is.
Yeah.
I'm cool me or not, been in talks with them.
Awesome.
About they're going to have some people demoing Wrath of Kings and Dark Age on site. I've actually been in talks with some other folks, hoping they get some of their other board games present on there because it's a war games convention, but we know I'm a big fan of war games. I know some of y'all are board games. I know some of y'all are too. So in line with that, as some of the prize support, we've got Rum and Bones, that new game with the pirates, which is it's very cool. It's almost like League of Legends meets board games.
Yeah, man. Like I've heard nothing but amazing things about that one. I haven't picked it up yet.
There's a dude in there that uses pigs as weapons.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Like that alone right there says buy me.
I think it's exploding pigs. Yeah, I mean, all the figures I've seen look great. Very happy about them. They're also going to have Zombicide as part of our prize support. Boxes of these games.
My favorite game ever. And if you don't care for the board game, but you happen to have a Chaos Army, there's tons of zombies, and they stand in really well for like plague zombies and stuff like that for Typhus's little cult.
And on the subject of demo games, we're going to have the Batman game coming out. I don't know. Are you familiar with the Batman miniatures game?
No. Well, I've seen like pictures and stuff, but I haven't like really gotten in depth to it. Batman's not my favorite character.
Batman, it's basically it's Batman. There's very few heroes compared to the number of villains that you have to play, and apparently like gangs can fight each other too. So it's there's we're going to be demoing at Warzone.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
BattleTech, X-Wing, and Malifaux will also be being demoed over the course of the weekend. This is by our vendor Dicehead Games. I'm sorry, vendor Gigabytes Cafe. Dicehead, no supporter I'm about to mention also, but Gigabytes Cafe is going to be on site.
Nice.
Doing game demos. They will have some things for sale too. In line with this stuff. I mean, I think everyone's coming's probably got enough Warhammer stuff, but it's nice to have a vendor here on site.
Yeah, I mean, Malifaux is one of those games that I hear a lot of people talking about it, like on other podcasts that I listen to and stuff like that. I haven't gotten into it, but the miniatures look really cool. I've watched a few battle reports. It looks really fun. It's like to me, it's like a little bit better than what I hoped War Machine and Hordes was. So it's something that
Which game are you talking
eventually
about?
Malifaux.
Yeah, a lot of people like Malifaux.
Yeah.
It's apparently a game that you can actually use strategy and think, and it scratches all the itches from what I understand.
Yeah, it seems like a really cool game, and one day when I get far enough into my Kanban board of what I need to get done in playing, I'm going to give it a go for sure.
Yeah, my friend came over to talk about his army list he's going to take. It's the same one he was planning on taking to the Redstone Rumble. So it didn't end up being too much to talk about. But he brought up, he's like, hey, I'm getting this Batman game. Have you heard of it? I'm like, no, I haven't played it, but I know people that do, and we're going to be demoing it at Warzone.
Yeah, so I'm anxious for that because I'd like to see exactly how it plays out and like what people's reactions are to it.
So I jumped on and I started looking at which figure I want to get. There's two different kinds of Batman. There's a Batgirl, and the people that I know that are playing are going to be playing the bad guys. So Batman's open. I don't know if it matters if it's Batman on Batman or not.
Yeah.
But there's an alternate Batman. I think I forget what he's called, but I think he took over like after Bane took him out one time. Okay. I'm not a Batman scholar, but I do like miniature gaming. So
he got his back broken.
I got that part. Yeah, but it's like
that's about it.
What kind of some kind of avenging angel or something took over.
Okay, I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the name of it. Like I said, Batman, not my jam.
Yeah. And Sal's saying that Batman's game's like 40K and D&D combined, which sounds pretty cool.
Okay.
And he's also excited about BattleTech. Yeah. I think it's going to be the newest version of BattleTech. I don't know what goes into that.
That's what you're on something else, right? Or is it BattleTech?
No, there's BattleTech. There's a newish version of BattleTech that's and that's what.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know where you'll be.
Well, I like the video game. Whatever. I'm definitely going to be in this area. When I'm not needed on the floor, checking out some of these games. And Gigabytes is going to be offering incentives. Every time that you do one of the demos, you're going to be provided a ticket for their raffle. They're going to be raffling off prizes.
Yeah, that's so awesome, man. Like that's rewarding people for like actually sitting down with them and spending the time learning about these new things. Like I think that's just brilliant, and it's just going to draw more people in between rounds and stuff like that to sit down and learn these new games. Like you can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, we have 3-hour rounds here at Warzone, so we expect people. Most people will probably not go to time.
Yeah, you should be able to finish. Yeah, that's awesome.
Well, we want this to be a real social event. That's one of the things that we've just played up this whole time is the social activity. This is we're going to be playing a competitive tournament, very competitive tournament, but it's still a social event. You're coming in and spending time with people for hours at a time. You're going to be filling time. It's not just going to be grind out all day, crash, get back up, grind out all day. We're going to be. But you can play it that way. You could be that way, but we're going to make sure that there's an open environment for you to be chilling out and having a good time.
Yeah, I like that extra half hour just because. How many times have you had to go to some of these events that are 2.5 hours, but at like 2K, so it's like I got like 5 minutes in between rounds. Like I can't even pee in time for that.
That still may happen to some people, but because we want to give the games to come to their natural conclusions. Yeah. But I'm saying if you get your game done early, there's going to be things to do. You're not just going to be sitting around twiddling your thumbs, or you just be chilling out at the bar.
Yeah, there's going to be a few drinks to be had. I can feel.
Saw a couple other people jump in. Barrett. Oh man, John. I think. Anyway, I apologize. Gabriel. What's going on, guys? Yep. Right. Alan, good to see you. So anyway, what else we got? Gaming Mats EU is going to be represented. We're going to have some of their mats out on display on some of the tables, and probably going to give one away as prize sports. I'm so happy with how much we can prize this event. It's what all about, man. We want to throw some dice, get some toy soldiers, and I can't say somebody might walk away with that Deathwing Terminator box we always talk about.
The player's choice.
But most of the stuff, everything we're giving away it's good things, man. It's going to be for the prize you get. It's going to be awesome, and I'm so happy that our sponsors and have donated so many good things for the event.
Well, what's nice too is a lot of people, when they go to these events and stuff like that, a lot of times you hear people complaining about the price. And there's so much value added into the price of this event. You know, just the 2 meals alone.
Yeah, 2 lunches Saturday and Sunday.
Like that helps out tremendously. You know, you don't have to leave. You don't have to hunt. If you're not from the area and you're not familiar with the surroundings, you don't have to hunt for somewhere to eat. Like right there, and it's going to be good food. So you got that, and then like so much prize support. Like you really, like, if you go there with the right mindset and you prepared enough, there's a good chance you're walking away with something.
Well, us and the general staff, I mean, that's what we set out. We want to have a premium event, and now prizes don't, you know, it never makes up for what it took to get there, obviously. But we do part of, but recognition for your efforts and being able to, like, you know what, all my preparedness and everything I did amounted to something that I get to hold in my hands at the end of the weekend. It helps a little bit. It matters. It matters, right? And so, you know, we went to work, and let's just say our sponsors are very good to us. Please be good to them and check out their stuff.
Oh, for sure, man.
And I'm not even done talking about it. I'm like, Blood and Skills Industry. They're sending a large collection of their bits and kits and upgrade parts and stuff for us to give away.
Good quality stuff right there.
Okay. One of the biggest, and this is very important for Horus Heresy stuff. One of the biggest things that I hear people talk about is that they're Land Raiders and the tracks on the Land Raiders. Now, if you're using, now obviously the larger forge-rolled ones don't have this problem, but if you're using the actual Land Raiders, the plastic kits, they've got those Imperial Aquilas on the treads.
Yep.
You know, or even if you're using the Chaos ones, I think they still have them. Chaos Land Raiders. These guys make upgrade parts for Land Raider and Rhino tracks.
Yeah, faction specific or legion specific, if you will. So.
Well, there's these there's Talons or whatever. Go check out.
Yeah.
They have an eBay store, Blood and Skills Industry on eBay. That's where they just sell their products. It is awesome.
The ones that you're talking about with the Talons, it's like barbs on every like specific track rail.
Yeah,
they look so aggressive. Like I was looking at a picture of them and I was just like, man, like that's like the coolest thing ever. You throw that on a Rhino. And just the look of it changes so much, like so dynamic. It's awesome.
Secret Weapon Mini, a sponsor. You guys know we talk about them.
Best washes in the game.
Bare Bones Battleworks, the guys that make and figure storage,
foam
plug foam inside of a really nice bag. That's going to be there. We've had some people, some listeners from around the globe. Donate a couple of things we're going to give away. We're going to have Thomas Bird from the General Staff crew. He's pioneered these tokens and buttons, basically status notification things or psychic power notifiers or whatever. Yeah. And he has made thousands of them. And it's good stuff. It's very good stuff. Yeah. And it's all, they designed them and made them all themselves. General Staff guys made them all themselves, and they are very useful.
Yeah.
And when they run local tournaments here in Atlanta, that's typically some of the things that you might come away with just for entering the tournament. So maybe that will be something that people come away with just for coming to the show.
Yeah, those are legit, man. Like I remember watching him using them at the last seasonal, and he didn't have too many of them then, but you know he was using them, and it just helped him do all that bookkeeping so much easier. You know, it was just right there in front of the model. And there was no confusion, you know, and it helps the other player too. So, you know, that little touch that he did, amazing. So the fact that he's going to be bringing those in mass, and other people are going to be able to do some of that, that's going to be awesome. We have a few things that we're going to have available for sale. Most of the stuff that at least that we're producing from the General Staff and Forge Narrative side, you know, we're making that part of the event. We will have a few things like Tack Templates. You know, the measure has the measurements on all sides, and a way to, you know, where that we'll have a few of those for sale, and some of these buttons that these guys have put together will be for sale, and they'll get like packs of them, and we're also going to have some Warzone Atlanta dice for sale. Nice, that's always awesome. All you know, appropriately priced, very affordable because we want people to get them if they want. I hope that they're like most club dice and roll very well. So Those tack templates though, man, like you really got to talk those up because those things are so legit. Like they have everything.
When you're trying to measure
built
1 inch
in.
off something, or 2-inch coherency, the stuff it's very good.
It makes it so easy. Like you can just set that template down and you can maximize your 2 inches. You can maximize the 1 inch away. You can do everything that you need to do with that template. Your 6-inch movements are it's just like key on key and just it's brilliant. Whoever initially designed that thing,
Gale Force 9.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah,
were the first guys to do it, and they've since sold, I think, to a company on the other side of the world. But they were the first people to make that template, and
Dude, brilliant. Yeah, I have theirs, that triangular shaped blue one.
The first grand tournament I ever won, I played one of the people that was involved in that operation, and he had the templates, and it was he had a red charge, like arrow that they ended up not. I don't know why they didn't make it. It looked like a bottleoper on one side and had a red charge arrow, and it was they should have made a bottle opener on it. And
like why was that not incorporated?
Yeah, that may be why they scrapped it, because they couldn't get that to work. But I fell in love with it. This is so many years ago. I fell in love with it.
Yeah,
and quality products. Endorser of their products back then. Anyway, very very excited. So right now we are having a registration drive. We need 5 more people to register in order to unlock this raffle that we're going to do for everyone. So if you register between now and, I'm going to say midnight, it's printed as midnight Eastern time, that's 2 hours away, but midnight Pacific time, there will be, we'll open up a raffle for a rapier, a laser destroyer rapier from Forge World.
Nice.
And something else. There's another Forge World brand new in box or in bag thing that we have that we will open up to everyone that's registered. So registering now could help anybody who's registered so far.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
We set that at 10, and that was a couple of days ago. And then we need 5 more people to register to unlock that for everybody. I hope that we do that because it's cool, because we will be giving away stuff before the event even starts.
Yeah, that's legit, man. Yeah. Like the price support just doesn't stop. You know what I mean? Like we're not even at the event yet, and I'm already going to drive up knowing potentially I just want something. Like that's crazy.
Man, I love it, man. I love giving stuff away. I mean, I do. It's especially for people that are coming and sharing this experience with me. I mean, you're essentially coming into my home. I've invited you. I take it very seriously that you're coming and spending this time with me, spending time away from your family, to come spend time with me and my crew and my family. And I know it takes a lot to get here, and it's not just as simple as just, I think I'll go to Atlanta tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I want to do everything I possibly can to show people that I appreciate them by providing the best prize support I possibly can. And anyways, you got to earn it though. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
You got to be a lot of quality people here.
Yeah, there's a lot of names. Like I was kind of like fishing for some names. I'm not going to put them out there, but a lot of names that I've heard before, I've played against, seen in tournaments, that have done extremely well in tournaments. So the field looks like it's going to be super fun. And just like, I mean, if you're really looking to itch that, like, test your metal, like, you're going to be able to do it for sure, because there's dudes that are showing up, man, that are just outstanding generals when it comes to 40K.
I believe it 100%. We've got some really good missions. Kelly from the general staff actually took the lead on some of that stuff, and we kind of beat our heads together until we got something we thought was awesome, and I think it's awesome. So missions, sure. Point value, the time limit that we're giving people, and just the atmosphere. Come kick back with us. Don't have a care in the world. Play some games. Let's get it done. Lamont saying that he loves the fluff for BattleTech, and said that for him it could even possibly rival the 40K fluff.
Really? I suck at 40K fluff, so
BattleTech has, like, it's a lot of the Night House stuff from 40K is pretty much taken from BattleTech.
Thieves.
Well, that's what Games Workshop does, but they put their own spin on it. And I'm cool with it. I love the 40K fluff. You know that. I'm a big fluff.
Are you meaning to tell me that this is not Starship Troopers?
Or Dune, or it's like there's
little bit of Dune in there. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Steve said he's we're working on some last minute painting and basing for Warzone, coming in with a blood for the blood god.
Good stuff, man.
Yeah,
good stuff.
Yeah, I got a lot of that going on. I'm going to be having to paint a figure for a friend of mine. So, I'm not even playing. I'm jealous, but I'm not playing in the event.
Yeah, I want to get what's it, Starbrand, right? That's his name.
Yeah,
the new one. I want that model so bad. I was looking at the rotation of it.
Okay.
I was playing around and doing the 360, and I was just like, oh my God, I need this in my life.
Kevin's saying he's finishing up some magnets on a Storm Surge. How easy was that to magnet? I mean, I think that the design that they're doing, everything's all computer generated now. So I think it's way easier now than it used to be to magnetize things up. So looking to hear your comment about how that is.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Anytime you can throw magnets in a kit, man, you're just doubling its value.
Bill said just made a plate of cornbread muffins. That sounds really good.
Now I'm hungry.
And Arcana Chaos is saying that he's got all those Blood and Skull Industry things on his Chaos tanks.
Raffle to get me a better ISP camera. Alan Kent, what are you talking about, man? This thing is like
you're a little grainy.
It's the weather, man. It's 1080. Yeah. It's just weather.
Yeah, it could be like so. Right now we are having some serious weather here. Well, I shouldn't say serious. It's gloomy and drizzly or whatever.
Yeah, it's for me it's literally monsoon outside. So
yeah. Your last couple of last couple of web shows have been a little grainy, but that's probably we've had nothing but crappy weather.
Can't help it, man. Virginia Beach.
Yeah. And asking if we're going to do any bounties. Yes, I'm going to call out bounties on players probably every round or every other round. And I love doing it. Let me tell you why I don't mind doing it. Like, it's a tournament. Nobody's going to want to lose. So if I put out a bounty on beat so-and-so, like I know I'm going to do it to Adam at least once. Anybody who beats Adam this round is going to get a beer. Right?
So that's a free beer for
I know. It means I've got to give a beer out to somebody. But because that's the spirit of the thing. I want it to be fun. I want it to be real because it's not, whatever. It's one of these things like nobody's going to compromise themselves for whatever the reward's going to be. Yeah.
There's the name of the webcast right there, guys. Free beer for whoever plays Adam.
Yeah. You might get 2 beers. He'll probably buy you one too. So it's.
Yeah, he's fun to play against, man. A lot of people were talking very highly of him at the last seasonal, and yeah. I know he's very involved in the community down there with Steve Bruley and stuff. So yeah, very fun guy to play against, and he's gonna be hammered. So
Kent's saying that no one at the store to play 40K when he shows up on Fridays and Saturdays. That's the time he can make it out. But is that the normal day? They normally have 40K. What are some other things they are playing there? Because if you give us a list of some interesting things they might be playing, we can probably tell you what's good and what's not good.
Nice.
Yep. So anyway, that's this weekend. I think we're still going to try to record the podcast this week. So I'll try to get that up on Thursday.
Well, I mean, yeah, we can keep it short too because there wasn't a lot of news this week for real. But
I always have things to talk about.
That's true. I mean, yeah, I have some ideas too, but yeah, it gives everybody something to listen to as they drive in and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, Bill said he's got a couple of Betrayal Calth boxes. Yep, man, that's okay. Building this list, this Ultramarines list, because my buddy is obsessed with Ultramarines. I don't even know why. He doesn't like good guys in any other thing. He's normally the bad guy, whatever. But he's not a bad guy, but he just likes the bad stuff. But he likes Ultramarines. And who am I to judge? So we sat down and decided we were going to build him a Ultramarines list. Now, for full disclosure, he wants GMM to paint his next Ultramarines. I'm not good enough to paint the Ultramarine army he wants. I'm good enough to paint the Ultra army that he has.
It looked good.
It looks fine. I think it looks great. It's above tabletop. And it's the army. It was the first army I airbrushed. As a base coat essentially.
Yeah.
Anyway, he was good. Whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And this is no slight that he's doing it, but GMM is of course the best army painter a commissioned army painter, like
Ever.
full army painter, in my opinion. Yeah.
In history of life.
But we built his list out, and this is funny to me anyway. What's up, Troy? Just saw you come in. There's a fulminator Terminator squad, that you can take 10 of, and you can take Cyclone missile launchers on them. So you can have a unit of 10 Terminators, all with Cyclone missile launchers on them.
That's actually pretty awesome.
And they can take a Land Raider Spartan as a dedicated transport.
Ooh.
So when you put that together, and let's say you give a couple of them Power Fist or Thunder Hammers or whatever, just to let them be able to punch through stuff in melee. Once you do that, it's right at 1,000 points.
For all 10 plus the Spartan?
Yeah, 1,000 points for 11 models.
Huh. Well, I mean, that's good because you still have 1,500 points to play with to flush out the rest of the army. And that's going to do work. I mean, you're putting them in the Spartan. The Spartan does work. The Spartan's placing them where they need to be. Well, I've never once heard 10 Cyclone missile launchers sucking. So
yeah, completely. And now this unit actually gets more special rules the more of them that you have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So let me jump in to actually define what the actual rule is. Pull this up. It is the Full Mentaurus Terminator Strike Squad.
Right? That sounds awesome.
So at least 2 models are equipped with the Patriarch Targeter, which they all have it. Then the entire unit gains night vision. As long as there's 5 models in the unit, the entire unit gains Tank Hunter.
Oh, okay. Those guys are going to do so much work. It's ridiculous.
So long as there are 8 models in the unit, the opposing player makes its cover saves at -1.
What? Why is this not in 40K?
Yeah. And the Cyclones are heavy too, which people know that. But funny thing is, there's no Heresy Cyclone bit.
Oh. Well, there's plenty of Max Minis and other guys out there. So they're just
have combi bolters and Cyclone missile launchers.
Yo, that's so much firepower.
Yeah. And they be in a Spartan.
I mean, okay, so me personally, I don't really get the Spartan thing other than getting them where they need to be because the Cyclone has 48-inch range?
48-inch range, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just going to walk them. That's me, though.
You can walk them, but they still are Terminator armor. It's the Cataphractic Terminator armor.
Well, that's the 2-up, 4-up, or are they the 2-up, 5-up?
2-up, 4-up.
I'm walking.
Yeah.
I'm walking, yeah. Because I can shoot that no way. I'm walking.
Yeah, walking is probably the way to go. It was just the sheer amount of points that took. And neat thing, if you take Rabute, then he also lets you unlock those sword and shield guys as troops. Okay. So we built him 2 versions of his list. One is all the Terminators and the Spartan, and then some 40 walking Marines essentially going beside him.
You definitely need 40.
Yeah, and then 40 Caesarian dudes going with Rabute. Just because they look so good.
Yeah, you have to have a Spartan. Well, you don't have to, but I feel like every list is better with a Spartan. I don't know if I'm putting the Terminators in the Spartan just because of those insane rules. Yeah, you're gonna blow away units with that.
Well, with if you're going to play for 30K competitively, I mean, if you're going to go into a tournament and play, you've either got to bring the Spartan or bring what can crack the Spartan.
Yeah, that AV-14 5 hull points. I can't remember the name of it. The shielding in the front that basically when you're shooting at it, it's less strength or something like that. Yeah. That's huge.
Yeah, so that's what you've got to do. You've either got to be the guy that has it, which most people will, or have a way to get through it.
Yeah, and Spartans kill Spartans, just so everybody knows. The laser destroyer, it's on point to kill the Spartan. So
yeah, it can do that. Anyway, building this Ultramarines list was fun. I mean, because I stand by it. Right now, it's a wide open format. You can take whatever you want and still do okay. So it's huge to me. with the flexibility in what you can play with, because he really can sit down and build an army of whatever he thinks is cool.
Okay. My brain, like, I love what you're talking about right now. And then, we were talking about Warzone. Betrayal of Calth. You heard it here first, guys. Next seasonal, we're going to have 30K. Like, pure and simple.
You just want a tournament straight for 30K?
No, like, not the whole thing, but a portion of it has to be 30K. The number one complaint people have been saying is, 30K was less accessible because of the price point. Ain't no excuses no more. Like, we are getting dirt cheap bundles to help you build your forces. Like, I feel like, I bet you we can get at least 25 people ready to rock out 30K at the next event that we throw.
Yeah, maybe we throw a smaller tournament, like maybe in the early spring.
Yeah,
it is just based around 30K.
Yeah, like a primer. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be grand tournament scale by any means, but well, who knows? You know what I mean? Like, if 100,000 people start emailing us, but
yeah, well, we'll see. But that's kind of been on my mind. A 30K only event as things become more accessible to folks, and it is. It's very cool that this is more accessible.
Yeah, I think that we're just going to continue to see like Forge World and Games Workshop like partnering together to make these things value. I haven't done the price point thing. I know Forge World's selling it for like $250 or something like that.
Well, that's with with extra stuff.
Yeah, with the upgrade kits and this is and that is. So you're getting whatever Legion that you want basically. And then if you have like extra bits lying around, which who doesn't, I feel like you're going to be able to make you're almost going to be able to double the models that you're getting out of that. So I feel good about that, man. Like, if you're going to run a Marine heavy list, 2 boxes, find some legs, and whatever else that you need to find.
Working with this list, this list of Fulminators, whatever they call Terminators, I'm thinking they're plastic, right? So the box set does not come with the Terminators. Weaponry is somewhat like static, and their arms are kind of static. It's going to take a lot to convert them, but the way that they're built in the box is they've got the shoulder pad part with the tassels, the leather tassels that come down, and there's a big piece that goes on top of it. So I'm thinking that plastic 40K arms are going to be what we use to build the arms for these dudes to make these Terminators with oh, by the way, all those guys get power axes.
What?
Yeah.
That's brutal. Okay, so they do need to be in the Spartan then.
Yeah. Well, they all get power axes, but whatever, they're going to get in combat eventually.
Yeah.
2 attack space.
Yeah, I feel like so the Spartan, they do need to be in the Spartan, because you run the Spartan the first turn and then hop out, blast, might have to walk one more turn before you charge.
Yep.
I like that. Wow, God, why is that not in 40K?
It's a cool looking unit, man. I mean, it's cool. Matt coming in saying that he's finishing up his last stuff for Warzone. He is actually bringing a Eldar Phantom Titan that he is want to look to sell. And I think we're going to try to do something about that on Saturday night to have kind of an area for people to want to hang out, barter, or whatever if necessary. So please bring that.
Awesome, yeah.
Yep. Sal's saying that he really wants to see a Spartan list win a tournament. It's good.
Like, a lot of my Blood Angels lists that I was building when the book dropped had a Spartan in it because the book wasn't that good. But it gets the Terminators where they need to be, and I feel like they're with a careful alloy choice, probably with Librarius Conclave. I talk much gooder. Librarius Conclave. I think that Terminators and a Spartan with that might make Blood Angels a little bit more competitive. What do you think?
Blood Angels need help. We just need a revamp of the book again. Yeah, the game just took off. They basically had the Dark Angels problem. To where they were put out, and then the game just went a totally different direction. So it is what it is. But hopefully we get that very soon.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff going on right now. We're still waiting on the Zinch book. You know what I mean? Like, come on, CEO, let's just release it already.
I thought we'd have it by now. I thought we'd have it by now.
Yeah, it's coming though, because they've been showing off all the Zinch stuff, like Zinch wristbands and T-shirts and patches.
Well, they showed off all chaos stuff, and we got those leaks today about some of the stuff they're going to be putting out for the holiday, like just kind of impulse buy things.
They know my weakness.
Yeah. Jake, man, good to see you. And Kent's got a question here: is how do Eldar and Orcs do against 30K Marines? Very well, very well. The Marines, they don't have quite all of the tricks that 40K Marines have, so things are not as accessible as maybe they are, and you don't have the Shield Eternal Chapter Master guy, and you don't have a bike squad with the you don't have the 1+ feel no pain possibilities. You don't have any of that kind of stuff. But you do have things like Fury of the Legion, which allow them to double shot their bolters, quadruple shot essentially. So firing 4 times. And so there are things, and you can get squads of 20, so there are ways that they can hang up. I think that against Orcs, it would actually be a very good fight. You could have some really good battles against 30K Marines versus Orcs. Eldar right now, I think, have somewhat of a significant advantage.
Oh, most definitely.
Well, okay, let me take that back. So let's say I'm playing Seer Council. Like, no army is going to have the dice to compete with me anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. But in 30K, Marines can be sweeping advanced. They can be all killed.
Yeah, that's why I think Orcs have an upper hand as well.
Well, Orcs it would be a good fight because they die to bolters. They can get. Anyway, there's a lot of interaction you can have against an Orc player or against an Orc army.
But you get the Sluggas and Choppas in there, and I think that's where you're gonna, normally in Orcs like, well, here we go, and they shall know no fear and whatever else, like that doesn't exist. So I think that they have a swinging chance, and I think that would be some very fun games like Green Tide versus 30K.
Well, what we're doing for Warzone is allowing you to take build. You're not building an Age of Darkness army. You're building it using the 7th edition army construction. And I'm using the 7th edition army construction. It's slightly different, meaning that a CAD comes with a Lord of War slot.
Yeah. You don't have to do the 25% crap.
In the Age of Darkness, it's a 25% before it unlocks it. So you can't just take your Primarch and then build around that.
Yeah, in that 1850, taking a Primarch, like all the Primarchs are really good in their own right? But by hindering yourself those points, like a Primarch's 400 plus points in like most cases, especially the juicier ones that you're going to want to take, Mortarion, Angron, stuff like that, or Horus. And those dudes, man, like they're going to do the Lord's work, but they can die to bolter fire. So there's like a balance there in itself.
Sean's got a question. Is it possible to get Darkstrider in the new Tau Hunter contingent? That is a good question, and I think the answer is no. I'm going to check on that right now. I'll let I'll
go through some of this. So Jake, he made it in a little bit late. Good to see you, buddy. Haven't talked to you in a while. Hit me up on Facebook sometime, buddy. Dean, looks like we got a nice little quote here. So one cannot consider the fate of a single man, nor 10, nor 1,000. Billions will live or die by our actions here, and we have not the luxury to count the cost. Inquisitor Cryptman. What is that from, Dean? Because that is gnarly. Well, let me know, because I'm not smart, but I read real good.
Proud of you, guy.
Yeah, we got Sean. Is it possible to have Darkstrider? That's what you're looking at.
That's what I'm reading at right now. I think the answer is no. I really do think the answer is no, because he's just Darkstrider. Yeah, he's a unique infantry guy, and there's no way to get him in there. The same way that I don't think there's a way to get any of the special characters in that.
That's weird, man. Archaeonic Chaos is chiming in. So the Blood and Skulls Industry tracks that we were talking about earlier, he's saying that he's got them on all his Chaos tanks. That is a good move. They look.
I mentioned that earlier, but you can mention it again because it's worth mentioning twice.
Well, I don't listen to you when you speak. It's snowing in Calgary. That sucks. I wish it was snowing here, actually.
Claim Jade Falcon. That must be a BattleTech reference, if I remember right. Which I hope are people starting to get their Atropos in the mail and stuff. With that new dude, the Night Pilot. That is an awesome figure.
Yeah, I kind of wish I would have ordered one just because it looked like it was going to be fun to paint, but I didn't. Kingdom Death, it consumed me.
That's a great looking game, though.
Man, the miniatures are a pain to put together.
Yeah.
mostly because of the meat puppets. It's like the hand is like this is this little itty bitty thing. I don't know. Like I feel like I'm putting together like Xeno scum.
Oh, everything is kind of spindly and looks delicate, but
Yeah.
that's cool. That's
Some
cool.
straight up dark Eldar or something. I don't even know. It's hard, man, but this is a project that, once I get the assembly done, I have a couple painters that I'm hitting up because I'm not talented enough to paint what these miniatures deserve.
Yeah, yep. Oh, and Mike Chanel came in with saving you on where that quote was from, and then Dean 2 and Apocalypse.
Apocalypse page 12, Ordo Xenos.
Yep. Jake saying 3 Riptides, 3 Ghost Keels. Happy Tau, 2,000 points.
Really? It's that much?
Well, no, with in a 2,000 point army, I think is where he's going.
Okay. Yep. I was gonna say, man, I need to learn math.
No, I don't think 3 Riptides and 3 Ghost Keels are going to be.
Yeah.
But you never know.
That's a good base, though, because
could be 3 squads of Riptides. Can they get squads? I don't know.
Oh man, yeah, like the squadron or 3 Riptides. I was thinking about that earlier, and I was just like, okay, so if they do the Nova Charge and they get the like last cannon blast template, dude, like that's gonna wreck face, man. Just 3 of those just dropping on top of you. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I'm excited. So this week, as far as like Warzone prep goes, I'm happy to say that most things are actually done. So now we just kind of sit back and make sure we're just on kind of rescue operation. Now if anything that we plan on having doesn't come together. And we'll know that all by Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, speaking of planning things, I guess I can make my quick announcement here. So I had an opportunity at work to step into a new position, and it's requiring me to travel quite a bit. Most recently, it's going to have me in Charlotte during the tournament. So I, unfortunately, am not going to be able to make it.
I mean, that really sucks, but you're getting an opportunity to work with veterans, which you are.
Yes.
So, I mean, that's one of the things that it was an impossible thing to turn down.
Yeah.
And I certainly don't blame you. We will miss you, though.
Yeah. I definitely wanted to be there, but, when something like this presents itself, it's one of those deals where, you just don't pass that opportunity. Yep. It's going to be a great career move on my end. And it's going to be a great thing that I'm doing. Long story short, I'm going to be trying to help recruit people into the company that I work for. I work with with a mortgage company, and we're trying to recruit veterans and stuff like that. Just because veterans have a good skill set and all that good stuff. There's good things about veterans, and this position would require me to travel to seek out these veterans. And since I am a veteran
on this show, we're very happy to be, I guess, friends to service people that are both currently serving. So
tons of dudes that are all like in right now or serve, like Troy. He's a veteran. Justin P. He's in right now. Josh, when he's on here, he's actually in right now as well. Tons of other dudes, man. Anthony. And a laundry list. If I forgot your name, I'm sorry. But there's a laundry list.
We get notices all the time about people that say that, hey, I listened to your show while I was deployed, or you helped get me through the day while I'm doing my whatever. It's like it's very nice to hear. And I mean, always been a supporter of veterans just in my personal life, and or service people in general in my personal life, and happy that we have such a reach to them. It can help kill an hour or two every week. I mean, that's
for sure. Awesome. Yeah, definitely for sure. Yeah. So, like I said, I'm not going to be able to make it. It was really hard on me, but family comes first, work definitely comes first, and veterans.
Well, yeah, there wasn't an option. There was no way you could have not done that. And I mean, we support you every step of the way, dude. I mean, I appreciate. I'm thankful that this means enough to you to want to take some time out of your normal day to come down here and be a part of this, but. Yeah, it's impossible not to understand what the decision had to be made.
Yeah.
Jake's saying that he wishes he can get down too. Next time, man. Yeah, it'd be great to have you down here.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I'm
Bill
definitely
says
wanting to get some
27
games with
years.
him.
27 years in the Air Force.
Bill Costello. That's what I'm talking about, buddy.
On Saturday night, we're going to have an Armies on Parade. Basically, if people want to compete for the best, whatever the best appearance, the best modeler, best painting type stuff category, then you probably want to participate in the Armies on Parade, because that will get you possibly player votes that contribute towards that.
Yeah, that's the fun part of some of these events, when you get to, they're all going to be lined up and you get to go through and look at them. And, a lot of times, like when you're playing against somebody, you don't get to really look at the army as a whole because it's spread out, the terrain, this and that. But when it's on that display board that army's made for, and oh man, like
you miss stuff too. You be going you just walking through the hall and you miss stuff because you just don't see it.
Yeah, dude, like that's like probably one of the coolest things that you can do at events. Like Adepticon's like one of the best ones.
Yeah, I miss stuff all the time there.
700,000 people at Adepticon.
Yeah, and I'll see pictures and be like, "What? That was there?"
Yeah, that dude, like that Eldar webway portal thing that they had, like that. Whoever did that, I can't remember the name of the game group that did it. Like, I want to see that in person because I've heard everybody say, "Yo, that thing was mind blowing," and then they got home and they saw the pictures on the internet and they were like, "Yo, dude, no, not even a tenth of how awesome it was in person."
It's gonna be cool. Well, you're coming this year for that. We're going to be representing Forge Narrative in both the singles and team tournaments.
I did tell my managers, I don't care what you throw at me. I am not gonna. Like,
I understand. You got to get the first. You can't certainly say no to the first thing.
Yeah, I told them flat out, come end of March, early April, just I don't exist.
The categories that we've got for, like, we're going to crown 3 champions for this event. Literally 3 champions, equal weighted champions. Like, you say who won Warzone, is going to be 3 people that you can say Warzone.
You got to break that down for me, because I understand what you're saying, but like I don't think I comprehend what you're saying.
Well, it's this part of the thing. This whole, like, I love every aspect of this game, and what comes together, what has to come together for the tournament side of things. And so I want to, and this was not something just me. We mentioned it, and everyone was like, "Yeah, that's what we're going to do." All the people that are involved, the general staff folks, and us, this is what we're going to do. So for the battle side of it, you're going to have to, whoever has the most battle at the end of the day is going to get awarded that prize. But there's a caveat, because we're all about the hobby and it matters. You had to have scored the minimum on the painting rubric to even win that prize.
That's so awesome. So, like, you basically have to embrace every part of the hobby, and you can kind of fit it to your strength. If you're a better player, if you're a better painter, or if you're just a better guy.
Yeah. And if you're I mean, I guess, and if you've got if you're also, if you want to win the best sportsmanship, or so the best whatever the jack of all trades category is. I don't want to call it the overall, because it's not the overall. It is, you're being an all around hobbyist.
Yeah, like you paint real good, you play real good, you real nice.
Yeah, you got to. That's what it is, and so that's all. It's going to be equal stuff. They're going to get a trophy. They're going to get prizes of equal weight. And,
that's legit, man.
Yeah. So Alan's asking, how does having a commission painted army affect the Armies on Parade painting rubric? I struggle with this, but this is how I honestly feel. The only way that you know if someone has got their army painted by someone else is pretty much if they tell you.
Yeah, true story.
And I could bring a professionally painted army and tell you that. Justin could have a professionally painted army and not tell you. Yeah. And it's not fair to penalize me because I'm an honest guy. I mean, or I should say, I don't even penalize, maybe a bad word. It's not good to negatively impact me because I'm telling you what's up. So there is no difference. And if I can talk from a tournament organizer's hat for a second, is that part of what I want to do as a tournament organizer is bring these awesome looking armies for you to see. Like, I want somebody to bring the awesomest looking army for you to see, and for you to say, I saw this awesome army at X event.
Oh, for sure.
There's no downside. I mean, there's no downside. I mean, granted, it's a trophy at the end of the day, or some prizes at the end of the day, but it doesn't make up for whatever the time you spend on your army. I guess it's some validation and stuff. But if you bring a good looking army, even if it's just the best tabletop army you can bring, people are going to love seeing it. And I'm not telling you not to set it up in Armies on Parade. I'm not even telling you not to politic for it. Represent your army. Ask people to vote for you.
For sure. Yeah, shake babies and clap hands or whatever.
Yeah, it's like do it. But as far as like the rubric in scoring goes, it doesn't matter if it's commission painted by whoever. It doesn't matter if you just have to make the points.
Like a little bit. Like I've got commission painted pieces. A lot of friends out there in the industry that they're professional painters, and I've reached out to them. What I want people to understand too is like, don't put a stigma on professional or commission painted armies just because it's still like you're putting the thought into it. Still, you're putting the ideas into it, and your hard-earned cash. So like, just because Paul painted this model for me and I gave him $100 doesn't mean that it's any less my model. Like, that is the heart and soul. That is the vision that I had. And just because you can't paint it to that standard, it shouldn't devalue it, in my opinion, of course.
Yeah. And so it's something that I think we all struggle with, is like people that compete in the tournaments. Like in the old days, like in the old days of grand tournaments, that someone could bring a professionally painted army and essentially get like a free game. They get a free win, which skewed the prizes at the end and the awards just radically, just like, and that's not what we're going to do. And that's not how the scoring is going to work.
Yeah.
But you bring up a very excellent point. And I think over the years, I've gone all kind of different directions on this.
Yeah.
But the only time that the way that I kind of break down my philosophy on what's good and bad and indifferent is that if I have to rely on someone to identify to possibly negatively impact themselves, then I probably need to readdress how I feel on that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely, it's touchy subject, and
it is.
You're definitely walking on fishing line. I'm
not even like advocating that people come over to my mentality on that. I'm just saying that I think from a tournament organizer point of view, you just want people to bring awesome looking stuff because it enhances the experience of everyone around you.
Yeah, for sure.
And then as a judge, as someone who's going to be like scoring points, it's like, I don't know. Like I just have to look at the rubric and to be ultimately honest, like fair and honest, is like this rubric can be maxed out by someone that just put the effort in.
Yeah. Much like the last seasonal that we did, the army that I had painted up, and I'm not a great painter at all, but it maxed out at 15, and I was able to get 12 points out of that.
Yeah.
Like I am not a great painter, but I scored 12 points.
And that's what I wanted. Like you need to look at it and go, I can get these points. If I put in 30 more minutes on this squad, I can get these points.
Sure. Yeah, as soon as I saw what was one of it, like squad markings, I was like, well, time to put crap on the knee pads.
Yeah.
Easy point right there. I mean,
but squad markings, it looks good, and it's a way to identify all kind of things. Like I was having this conversation last night, building these 20-man Marine squads out.
Yeah.
You want to put something on there for their shoulders, because if you ever get those 20-man squads together, like they're going to mingle up and you're going to not know who's who. Yeah,
you want to know who's with what and stuff like that. Like,
so it's got a game effect. So get the points and get the better game effect.
Yeah, dude. There's so many little things. The painting rubric's out right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's out on WarzoneAtlanta.com. Which again, register if you're thinking about coming and you haven't registered yet. Please register by tonight so it opens up this raffle for everybody.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I mean, there's no reason not to. If you register now instead of waiting a day or two, you potentially can leave with a rapier or something else.
Yeah, but if November 10th comes along and you're not lost playing Fallout 4, then still register.
I hear that game's gonna be legit.
And come to the event. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
The memes have been ridiculous. I saw something about like cheeseburgers and something, and I forgot that it was about Fallout 4 because then I got hungry. But it is what it is.
Nice. Well, guys, we are basically at the end of the hour. Anybody got anything they want to cover before we get out of here? Jake, thanks a lot for the compliment. I appreciate that. It means a lot.
I'm just gonna power through right here real quick. So Jake, thanks. Congrats from Alan Kent. Thanks, dude.
Yeah, Azrael. I think it is Azrael the something is Batman. That's the one I was thinking about earlier.
Just made a play. Yeah, we already talked about that. Let's just get through all of these. We never hardly ever get to do this. So here's part. I can't read now.
Yeah, this is why we don't get through this because
I suck. So yes, Spartans are kind of auto win, but they're not quite auto win. So they have to be played very, very carefully. Painting up Codiez display board. Oh man, that's awesome, dude.
I just saw another picture on Facebook from a good friend of the show, Ricky Addington, who's coming down and just gotten his display board finished.
Oh, nice. And Dean, whatever you ate for dinner today, I want some because that looked delicious, by the way. Finishing last touches, awesome. Let's see, we got a couple more here, liked and shared already from Facebook. Thanks, Dean. Get the word out. That's what I'm talking about.
X-Wing is another fun game. That's going to be demoed by Gigabytes up there. And I need to play more X-Wing. I love the ships. I've been playing Armada. Of course, I don't get to play anything as often as I might like, but those games they're very fun.
Oh yeah, man. X-Wing is so fast paced too, and you get to do some really fun combos. I love it. So Kent is saying that his wife's total Batgirl nerd. That's awesome. Main gun, shield generator, and underslung twin link guns are all super easy. Are you talking about
that was magnetizing the storm surge? Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I knew that. See, I don't I got a memory of a goldfish, man. I don't know.
We go. Well, let's go ahead and wrap it up again. Thanks a lot for
cutting me off.
Well, because we talked about all. Yeah, we're good. Anyway, you guys have awesome. Thank you very much for tuning in to watching the show live. If you're catching it on YouTube, please like and subscribe and all that stuff. It means a lot to us. It's one of the only ways we can kind of judge who's watching this stuff. Anyway, again, Justin, thank you for joining me tonight. Going to be looking forward to doing a recording this week and getting ready for the event this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, man. Everybody that's there, take 1.5 million pictures and make me feel sad, please.
Good night, everybody.